Bank of England Governor Mark Carney said the fallout from the coronavirus outbreak was unlikely to be as bad as the 2008 global financial crisis, as interest rates were slashed in a bid to protect the economy. "It's a different form of shock than 2008, he said. "There is no reason for this shock to turn into the experience of 2008, a virtual lost decade in a number of economies, if we handle this well." The comments came during a hastily convened press conference yesterday morning, after the Bank of England announced a surprise package of measures aimed at combating the effects of the coronavirus. Threadneedle Street cut interest rates from 0.75% to 0.25%, the steepest rate in 11 years, and back down to the lowest level in history. The move is aimed at unlocking billions of pounds for banks to keep lending to businesses and ensure that cash flows through the economy. Mr. Carney said the stimulus package amounted to north of 1% of GDP and would allow banks to theoretically lend 13 times the total lent to businesses in the UK in 2019. He added, although the magnitude of the economic shock from coronavirus is highly uncertain, activity is likely to weaken materially in the UK over the coming months. Incoming Governor Andrew Bailey, who was also at the special meeting to vote on the measures ahead of starting in the role next week, said banks had no excuses not to keep lending to households and businesses, and pass on the rate cut. "We expect them to treat customers fairly, that's what must happen. They know that," he said. The Bank of England and the FCA, Financial Conduct Authority, will be watching this very carefully, he added. Earlier this month, the U.S. Federal Reserve cut its own interest rates in response to the coronavirus fears. Businesses have already reported sharp falls in custom, as tourist numbers dry up and more people stay home, and are making preparations for widespread self-isolation. Local authorities in Scotland, meanwhile, are being encouraged to relax planning restrictions around delivery times and store opening hours to ensure supermarkets and other retailers are able to maintain stock levels during the current coronavirus outbreak. Local Government Minister Kevin Stewart and the Scottish Government's Chief Planner have jointly written to all planning authorities to encourage officials to relax planning restrictions while taking into account the needs and concerns of the wider community. Authorities have also been encouraged to exercise discretion in considering enforcement action against any breaches of planning conditions restricting delivery and opening times. They say these restrictions will help to minimize potential disturbance to local communities and help ensure that increased demand for essential items can be met at a local level. For more on this story, visit the news article link.